Full spoilers ahead. Right here.
Jon Snow!
Ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum 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 ba bum bum. Hey guys, Lexi here, and I'm so excited to have Ty Blach of the San Francisco Giants on Let's Get Lexi for the first time. Welcome, Ty. You guys know the moon of my life. Hunter, thanks for being here as well.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Slow clap.
I don't need to clap. Hi, this is his first time, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we're here to give you our favorite moments from Season 7, Episode 3, The Queen's Justice. Hi, you're a huge Game of Thrones fan. First, I have to ask you, who's your favorite character?
Favorite character? I'm gonna probably have to say Jon Snow right now.
Okay.
He's kind of got me fired up a little bit with what he's doing, and
Yep, he is a fan fave. Who's your least favorite character?
that would have to be Cersei. And she's kind of always been one of those that you're like, oh, but she's pretty smart, so there's a reason she's still around.
Isn't it weird that she looks just like Joffrey right now?
Yeah, it is kind of odd.
Yeah, like as I rewatch these episodes, I'm like, man, she looks exactly like Joffrey right now. So let's talk about our first favorite moment, which was when Jon and Dany meet for the first time. What did you think of that?
Seeing them come together for the first time, not knowing who each other were, what they had done, what they'd been through, I thought that was pretty cool.
A point I did want to mention is the introductions of Khaleesi and Jon Snow. Khaleesi has so many names, right? Like really big introductions, and then you get to Jon Snow, and Sir Davos had to step in and say, oh yeah, he's the King of the North.
I thought it was pretty funny because Davos has always been kind of like a simple guy. And
So I would like to hear how you guys would introduce Jon Snow.
How are you introducing Jon Snow?
Because I feel like our man Jon Snow deserves a better intro than
Jon Snow, King of the North, uniter of the free people, the bastard who
resurrected from the dead. Like, what?
I feel like if we were gonna do it justice, we would need like war drums, and we would need like Drake or something, like boom, Jon Snow, like someone rapping, you know, he crushes everybody, get in his way, you're gonna get dead. Like, I don't know, like some kind of rapper with like war drums,
Yeah.
and like fireworks shooting everywhere. You know, that's the only way you can do Jon Snow justice.
And you could see that, you know, Dany had all this like passion and energy, and like Jon Snow came in kind of like, all right, well, here's how it really is. And it was a little bit darker maybe from his perspective, but
Do you think Dany should believe Jon that the White Walkers exist? I mean, we know she should believe him, but do you think from her perspective, do you think she's gonna believe him, or?
so she's always kind of done her own thing, what she's wanted to do. So it's kind of whatever has stood in her path to get what she's wanted. So right now, her path is to take the Iron Throne and take Cersei.
So I feel like it's not too far off, so I feel like she should be a little bit more open-minded.
Us watching through the lens of Game of Thrones, we see how awesome Jon Snow is and how awesome, you know, Daenerys is. So we're like, oh yeah, they're gonna know that. You're like, finally, we're gonna do this. We're gonna slay the dead, and then we're gonna slay Cersei, and then we're gonna rule the world. But seriously, you know, Daenerys, no matter who steps up, she's like, I'm Daenerys, I'm the bomb. Like, you're gonna bend the knee. Like, that's how it is, and that's usually you're like, yeah, you are Daenerys, but when it's Jon Snow, you're like, yeah, you're Jon Snow. So it was like this weird thing where I'm like, what? They're not like best friends and gonna take on the world together?
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of like slowly getting into that where they're respecting each other. She's like, you can have the dragon stone, yada yada. It was a cool scene. I enjoyed it.
Cool, so then moving on to Cersei killing Alaria's daughter right in front of her, right? So Euron captured the priceless gift, brought her back with that crazy parade when he's going back into King's Landing, presents Ellaria and her daughter to Cersei, and now she's in the chambers and ish goes down. What did you think of that?
I thought it was kind of crazy, you know, it just kind of shows Cersei's motivations, you know, for revenge, and she tries to figure out what's going to be the best way to really torture the Sands. Going back with how they killed Marcella, that was pretty powerful.
I feel like they're trying to build up her evilness.
Any more than it already is? How can you build it up any more?
I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's kind of what this whole episode to me was. And this episode was like, bring it back. Like, Cersei's still evil, has a bigger army, and is a little bit ahead of you. So now, the good guys are back like, oh, look, you know, we're the underdogs again.
The way Cersei killed Alaria's daughter was very, it was thought out. It was cool, calm, collected. I kind of actually felt for her for a second. I was like, oh. The different ways that Cersei could have gone about like torturing her, especially because you see the mountain in that shot. I thought she was gonna maybe pull the same thing as she did on that one nun. So the different ways that she could have gone about it, I thought this was probably the most cool, calm, collected. Bran comes back, which is a huge, I thought it was gonna be Arya, but it happened to be Bran, and now he's all zen and saying he's the three-eyed raven. What do you think of that?
You think, oh, you know, they're gonna be all excited because Bran's back, and she's like, oh, you're the rightful, you know, ruler here in the north now, since you're the only legitimate son left. But Bran's like, no, I'm the three-eyed raven, and he's kind of like, it's almost like he's there, but he's not there. You know, he's kind of working through all these fragments of all these visions that he's seen, trying to understand what he's thinking about and, you know, how he's trying to plot to win the war against the Night King. Sansa's kind of like, oh, whatever, you know, and just kind of doesn't really understand where he's coming from. I think Bran hopefully can be a little more assertive, you know, coming out the next few episodes.
I was expecting him to communicate a little more with Sansa. He was definitely like just kind of awkward. He was just like sitting there and like, oh, I see all these things and not telling her anything.
I am the third-eyed raven.
Yeah.
I am the third-eyed raven.
Okay, well, and Sansa's like, okay, well, explain that to me. And he's like, it's difficult to explain. We'll try. And then I don't know. It was like this whole weird thing.
It should be interesting. I think the next episode is when we're really gonna see a lot happen. So I'm excited for that. Let's talk about Lady Olenna's death. That was one that I wanted to chat with you about because you had an interesting theory that you were telling us earlier about Lady Olenna that I'm excited to share with you guys.
For her to go out the way she did, I thought was pretty awesome. She's
pretty baller.
Yeah, just to go out and be like, all right, here's the poison. I'm just gonna down it right now, and then oh yeah, funny thing is I actually poisoned your son, and so take that. And, and he's kind of like. He like knew it right away, like, oh, we were so wrong, it wasn't Tyrion. You know, the Lady of the Roses there, you know, they're pretty good with their flowers and all their potions up there in Highgarden, so who knows, maybe she's got some kind of antidote there, but...
You're right, because we have so many like poisons and then the antidote for poison, so I'm curious to see if she like drank it. He left too soon, so maybe she has an antidote in her back pocket.
So I think it was kind of like the buildup of, you know, how difficult this is going to be for the Starks and for Daenerys to win this war, took out another one of their big allies. She went out with a bang, and we were definitely set up for. It's like we need something to happen good.
I know. Khaleesi needs to turn it around, and I hope something the next episode really works out for her because right now she is down 2. And there you have it. Thank you guys for watching your season 7, episode 3, The Queens of Justice. Favorite moments, our favorite moments, and if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button.
Bye.
If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, let me know in the comments below what was your favorite moment of episode 3. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please be sure to do so. Why? Because we post videos here every single week and I don't want you guys to miss one. And I'll see you guys in the chat. Bye!